Trials of Osiris. How do I make this video? The most iconic endgame PvP activity of Destiny. It's been there since Destiny 1 House of Wolves 2015, so it's been there for 10 years, and it's just been so successful. But right now, you saw the title, I have to rant about it, and I'm scared for Trials of Osiris. I know it had ups and downs, it's not always perfect, but right now I'm genuinely scared, and I think that Trials is going to continue going down and probably die. In Destiny 1, I would even say that Trials of Osiris in year 3 actually saved the Destiny franchise because it was all people played and all people watched. Back in the days and for a long time, Trials was maintaining a healthy population with over 200k every weekend, 300k, 400k sometime, so it was doing really good. Unfortunately, don't know what happened with Destiny a few months back, but we started losing a lot of players, and it definitely affected Trials because Trials was not receiving any updates. No new armor, no new weapons, and it was just kind of getting stale. So we kind of started slowly losing the population that we had in Trials, and we even reached the lowest point of Trials in history with a weekend of 40,000 players in the full weekend. So Bungie definitely had to do something about it, so they decided to do a revamp of Trials of Osiris, allowing people to reach the lighthouse with just 7 wins, so no 7 win streak. It's definitely a good idea, and when they announced it, I knew the population would be like crazy in Trials, and it was on the first day, 300,000 players back into Trials in the first weekend. But this system is unfortunately not sustainable. You're giving access to the Lighthouse to a lot of people, and it's kind of losing the prestige of getting Lighthouse or Flawless, and it's just not as rewarding, I would say. I'm happy that people jump into Trials and have fun with it, but most people, especially casual players, are only going into Trials for the loot. And this has been a huge debate in my Twitch chat at twitch.tv/ZkMushroom. And essentially weekends that the loot is not good, they know that the population is not going to be good. That's a big issue. Knowing Bungie history, unfortunately right now it's the case, they're not adding enough loot to Trials to be sustainable on a long term with this system. So this is the loot that you can get in Trials at the moment. We got Aisha's Scare Pulse Rifle, Exalted Truth Hand Cannon, Keen Thistle Sniper Rifle, Shayura's Wrath, some Machine Gun, Tomorrow's Answer, Yesterday Question. Unfortunately, you're only going to get 1 or 2 weeks out of like 2 months that people are actually going to be playing for. We are getting the Inquisitor back, which is going to be the best shotgun in the game, but at the moment we don't have it. So what's costing Trials of Osiris right now is definitely the loot. We are in a Destiny era where people only grind activities to receive loot and not because the activity is fun in general. So when you don't have enough loots or enough like fun loots or good loots, it's unfortunately not going to do good. And by having 1 weapon that is obtainable per week, it is making people play on Friday and Saturday a little bit to get the weapon. Once they reach the Lighthouse and obtain the weapon once or twice, they completely stop playing. So we get a big spike on Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, it is completely dead. So the solution for that is definitely adding more exciting loot and also making it so that every gun can drop from the Lighthouse chest randomly. So every weekend can do good because every weekend has a chance to give people what they want. But ZK, we don't like RNG. I don't like grinding Trials for no reason and not getting what I want. Okay, fine. They can do exactly what they did with Onslaught back in the days. You grind the activity, but before grinding the activity, you go to the tower and you talk to Saint 14 and you can attune a weapon in particular that you want to drop more often. So if, for example, I want to get the Exalted Truth in a weekend, I can go talk to Saint 14, I attune the weapon, and I'll be able to get increased chances of getting the weapon throughout the weekend. And you can even add Adept Shiny Weapons. They have extra perks, extra stats, something like that. Just exactly like they did with Onslaught. The best system that Bungie had in place was in Destiny 1, and I still don't get why they changed the formula. Essentially, you would reach the Lighthouse. It was a social space, so people could see other people that reached the Lighthouse, which was awesome. It was good to, you know, like hit a little dance, a little dab in front of people and flex on them. And yeah, you would have to walk towards the chest, and after you would open the chest, and you had a chance of getting random stuff. You never knew what you were going to get. You could get an exotic emblem, you could get materials, and you would get a random Trials of Osiris weapon. They had a Summoner, the Scholar, the Messenger, the Jewel of Osiris, and they kept changing the loots every year. And the best thing about the system was definitely the armor sets. Essentially, you would get Flawless, get the armor sets, And once you reach the lighthouse, you would get flawless vigil ornaments. And you had to use the flawless ornaments from each lighthouse, each flawless, to put it on your armor and get a glow. That is creating a more rewarding armor sets than what we get right now. And it definitely looked cool in Destiny 1, and that's probably why people were using it. But in Destiny 2, I'm gonna be honest, I've grinded every single Trials armor sets, and unfortunately, I get the armor sets and I just never wear it. It doesn't feel fun or rewarding to get the armor. But in D1, I would get the entire armor set from playing Trials, but after I was farming the flawlesses to be able to get a glow on each armor sets. And some of them, for example, the chest piece, require 2 flawless. So I had to get flawless twice, and after equip the ornaments on my chest piece, I had to get multiple flawless to get the full armor sets on each character. And that would definitely make people play more often in Destiny 2, because you're making the lighthouse accessible with 7 wins. A lot of casual players are going to get the armor sets, and they could just get 7 wins and play each weekend to get their ornaments. And even better, in Destiny 2, there's currently 3 armor glow. There is yellow, blue, and red. You could make it so if people go on a win streak of like 5, 7, even 14, 30 if you want, they could choose with the token which color they want to use on their armor sets. You can have different colors. You can even create an armor set that has the win streak on the person like chest, on the person cloak, or on the shoulder. To be able to flex at a tower that you got like a 50 win streak or a 12 win streak. Why not make the Trials armor artifice so I can farm for a better build while playing Trials? I know the armor system is changing, but they could do something with that with the new system in Frontier. So that's for the loots. Another issue in Trials right now is the maps. Unfortunately, we are stuck playing the same map for Friday to Tuesday, so for a couple days in a row. And when the map is not good and the loot is not good, people don't want to play that weekend. A solution for that, and I've been saying it for a long time, you need map rotation. You need to have a map change daily. So each Destiny reset would be a different map. So you start the weekend on a Friday on Javelin, and the next day it's changing to Endless Vale. And the day after it's changing to Bannerfall. And after it's changing to Disjunction. Okay, we get 1 day of Disjunction, it's over, and that's it. It's not stuck the entire weekend. Another thing that Bungie needs to add is the Mercy Rule back. That system, which allows you to lose a game and not lose any progress towards your win streak, would be phenomenal to have back. Destiny, it is too RNG. There's bad servers, there's cheaters, there's people teleporting, lagging, melee whiff. So having this extra chance is just super awesome to have. Another super important update that they gotta do, and I know it's complicated to bring it back, but they need to bring back freelance. I've been saying it for years, but freelance was the best thing that happened to Destiny PvP. You allow people to play solo, which increase the population because a lot of people can't find teammates to play with. They go in and they're playing against other solo players, right? When they added fireteam-based matchmaking, everyone started playing duo queue, and it doesn't mix well. When you play solo queue and you match with a duo, there's lobby balancing. Sometimes you get a bad duo. Sometimes you play against a good duo. So it's really tough to win. They can communicate and you can't. So it's really unfair to have in any competitive aspect of Destiny. And let's be honest, duo queue just doesn't have a place. If you can find a friend, you can find an extra one, you know? You either play 3-stack or you play freelance. Duo queue should never exist in Destiny. One of the worst thing that they added with this revamp is the fact that once you get 7 win streak, which is a flawless card, they put you in a flawless pool. Flawless pool was really bad for 2 years, and they finally removed it, but they brought it back with this revamp for no reason at all. Essentially, if you get the 7 win streak, it is skill-based matchmaking. So this, I know it's a tough subject, but it just doesn't have a place in Trials. So what that means is that if me, Frost, and Astrocross get flawless, for example, we start matching people with the same skill level as us for the weekly performance that we have. So if we have a 3 KD each, we start playing people with 3 KD each. Who are the people with 3 KD each? Mostly cheaters, mostly meta abusing like Invis Hunter. It is just awful. It makes people stream snipe us. It doesn't have a place. And once you reach that 7 win streak, what sucks is that you cannot reset your card. You can only get 1 flawless per week, compared to back in the days where you could reset and farm like 1,000 flawless in 1 weekend, or you could keep your card at 7 to get more loots. at the point I am in Destiny right now, I don't need the Trials loot. I want to be able to reset my card, do some Trials challenges, and be able to get Flawless multiple times in a weekend. And it's more fun to go to the Lighthouse chest and open it multiple times than just play at 7 wins. But ZK, you don't want to play against people the same skill level as you. I understand. But the system is not good enough. It doesn't have enough players in the Flawless pool because everyone's doing carries to avoid it. So when you do play Flawless pool, for example, if I play solo queue, I match against a lot of people that are really good on the other team. But unfortunately, the matchmaking cannot find enough people to put 6 good players in the lobby. So it finds like 2 or 3 like really bad players. And with lobby balancing, they're always on my team, which ended up being awful every time I play solo. I had teammate that dropped 0 kills, 1 kill in 9 rounds, and it's just not fun for me, and it's also not fun for the casual players that get thrown into the lobbies there. So Flawless pool needs to be removed completely, and I think it is time to bring back the card-based matchmaking, which means that you essentially play against people that are at the same amount of wins as you on their card. If I'm at like 6, I start matching people at 6, which adds a lot of intensity, and it's just more rewarding to beat the team at 6 and get the Lighthouse than if I'm at 6 wins and I beat a team at 1. So that's pretty much it on the changes that Bungie should be doing. This is just solution. I'm not forcing Bungie to do any of that. I do hope they watch the video. And the last thing that I want to say is that Trials of Osiris needs the special ammo meter, and I know Bungie's working on it, but I feel like Trials is not intense enough like it was back in the days. People only get 1 sniper bullets, 1 shotgun bullets. You're not able to make any plays by yourself or just push a lot of people aggressively with a shotgun. And I know a lot of people hate special ammo. I do hate special ammo, but they're needed in Destiny to make the gameplay more interesting. So obviously, you need a healthy meta, you need good loots, and you need some solid changes to matchmaking, and you can actually bring back Trials to where it was. So thank you for watching this video. I don't do those rants. I don't do those like long videos where I just talk. So if you enjoy them, I can do more. I don't know, some feedback on stuff like to make it better. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.